yesterday, let's say, as our stage rises into the air. I've been down there, right? The mechanics of that are terrifying.
Yeah, about getting stuck.
Yeah, I had to crawl around underneath there. I wanted to see how it all worked. I was thrown out. Yeah, that's why I'm in here right now. I'm actually in a separate room. They won't let me go anywhere near the stage now.
Well, I did wonder why you were escorted in by security, but I thought you were a big dog like that, you know?
Yeah. No. That's not the case. No bodyguards. They're just like, I look like a wandering cat when I'm in the stage room, so they can't have me in there anymore.
They've got to round you up, keep you safe.
But we're starting off things here over on Sandhawk for a fantastic day number 2. With 4 Thrives currently thriving at the top, and you're going to hear that one quite a few times. I'm not letting it go. It's an easy one. It's a low-hanging fruit. I'll take that where I can.
It's a staple. It's a classic.
Yeah.
You could work it in, make the most of it.
Yeah. I respect you calling it a classic.
Yeah.
A classic, yeah. Low-hanging fruit classic.
It's easy. I mean, that's a safer way to put it.
Yeah, it's an alternative.
Yeah.
I'll take the alternative.
Same meaning, but of course, just different words.
Absolutely.
Crazy how language works like that.
Alter Ego Thunder Talks very close to one another here at the start. Alter Ego breaking wide up towards that north side, trying to get away. So Thunder Talks in the mix of it. You got King even heading down towards the bottom with Moana. I'm pretty sure Max just said it's King, right?
I believe so.
Yeah. Okay.
It'd be a risk if it wasn't,
He's got me second guessing now. I hate that guy. I love him yesterday. Today, that's annoying.
God, 2 sides of every coin for you.
Ooh, Alter Ego.
Already.
One down already.
Yeah.
This is it's an awkward drop, honestly. I think when you start seeing shoots with you, I don't think you full commit to sending south. I think you got to go one place only. As soon as you see Thunder Talk, they have control of full of Camp Alpha. What's the point? You got to break elsewhere. That might be just an awkward start to the game for you, and try and work down towards that south side. Now you've got the Northwest Island. There was no reason why they couldn't have played those west compounds. That would have been an easy pickup. I think for Alter Ego, they get spooked there. They get spooked there massively.
Yeah, thrown off a little bit. Seems like Rosemary's got a little bit of damage back over as well. Knock picked up there. Of course, dialing in at the minute. We get to see a little bit more from Yangon Galacticus. I think they looked really crisp yesterday. It's obviously a good start on a drop. Could be a nice way to get them straight back into that same mindset from what we saw on day 1.
Yeah, I mean, day 1, Sandhawk for Yangon Galacticos. Fantastic 14 Elim throw to pick up there. So it was a really, really good first match for them. Kind of fell off a little bit towards the rest of the day. You can see there. 42 points, though. So they were bringing it back over on the final 2 Miramars, but the air angles looked a little bit lackluster from game 2, game 3.
Not bad so far, though. Scent of Rosemary certainly in the air. You can see he's still keeping himself above water with some of the pickups back over. It was that initial knock, full takedowns, obviously leaving the free.
Yeah. I mean, for Krypton, again, it's like your entire team's sent out.
Yeah.
No one's with you. I don't know why he tried to go for a solo drop inside of Camp Alpha. Maybe there's miscommunication there. It wasn't made fully clear. He's already full committed over towards Camp Alpha. He's like, where's my teammates? No one here.
The boys are not to be seen.
They could have easily had center northwest on the hilltop. I don't know, man. Bit of a weird one, but they can adjust. They can adjust.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bounce back from it. A little bit worse for wear. Seems like they've got some to work with, though, topping themselves back up.
But Yangon Galacticos actually leaving that engagement. Smile takes a lot of damage, actually, coming through from R8. Do you send them off? So they'll take the entirety of Paradise Resort. Doesn't really matter too much. I think for Yangon Galacticos getting out from Paradise Resort early, especially when this is leaning up towards that northwest side, you're wanting to get away from it early. It's not the greatest of positions to be in Paradise Resort. Getting locked in there as well is a very easy thing to do. I think it's more of an ego thing as well, where you really don't want to lose that fight in Paradise Resort. But with the fact that for Yangon Galacticos, there was a free rotate down towards that southwest side, I think that shows character. It shows maturity.
Yeah, it definitely does. I think it was nice as well because obviously it was the mid-portion of that game 1 for them where they really started to turn up the heat and just kept compounding it. They had a good read on when to get stuck in with the third parties. Rotates were nice, so obviously. Rough early game would not be the ideal recipe going into this. Rigo again, though, it's Moana being absolutely unloaded on from the sidelines. DBS up close, but they give him no distance to playoffs. Zol's able to grab that one. Full commit, another man goes down from the squad.
This is a ridiculous team, by the way, for Alpha Gaming. I mean, if it's your first time seeing them, they have many players that have been up to the tippity top of the international level with Zol on the team way back when on Zeus Esports, getting huge amounts of work done there for Mongolia. You've got Top coming through, previously Stalwart before they all broke apart, and Doc there as well. And everyone knows Doc's name. I'm sure even if you're not very aware of that team in general, you know who Doc is. He plays in most internationals. Very, very, very strong player. Now, I do worry though, because it's a team with a lot of personality on board. His vision though, moving in over towards Sandhawk.
This is Vision grouped up, looking to rock together. Go for the burst in. DBS is bringing the baseline as the beat comes through. Bit of a shot back over from Vision. 2 knocks instantly onto them. Marcelo up close towards the window side, just baiting off his teammates' contact, looking for the close range engagement. And it's not ideal for Team Secret. 1 by 1, ripped to pieces. And yesterday we saw them performing far better when they could play passive blank. It felt like if they were able to play from a distance, it was good. Here it's a rough early start.
You do wonder if Fourth Rise is going to get involved on this. I mean, Falak has seen this. Takes a good angle down towards that south side as well. Gets a little bit of damage in. Will finish off that final player of Team Secret as well. But that's a 3 knockdown there coming through for Vision. It's a hard one though, because you don't really want to give up the bridge crossing on the north side. But also that could have been 3-4 pickups, giving you a bit more of opportunity to rotate down towards that south. It's a tough decision. Here's Alpha Gaming though, once again, coming up against GMX.
It's already costly as well. A lot of dividends between both of these teams. You're down to 2 players. Of course, 1 knock there as well, so effectively just a solo. Doc with the nade for the clear on the angle. No real health to play with either. DBS raining out bullets back onto him, keeping him in check. Even if they come away from this, you're going to be so low in terms of what you've invested into it.
They'll run back into it.
Oh, mate!
It's not gone off yet! Not gone off yet!
Oh, he's gone.
Oh, my days. That is... that's an interest.
I thought we'd at least just commit at that point on the double take.
I was like, okay, that's a mad play. It's not gone off. He's just going to straight the building. But instead, he's just stepping on it over and over again, going for the bop it maneuver. This is not footy. You can't kick that thing away. So, yeah, Alpha Gaming, though, they do lose 2 players. Just Top, as well as Doc remaining on the team. Pretty strong combo to have. But as a 2-player unit, not ideal. So already losing Team Secret and Gamax and a total of 14 players. 7 minutes in the match. This is getting hairy real quick.
You mentioned it as well, of course, with Vision potentially getting dove down on by the 4 Thrives roster. It seems that they are throwing out a few bullets their way to keep them in check. Zone on the move.
Yeah, that's a decent shift for 4 Thrives, 100%. And Falak was having a look in. You're right. You're absolutely right. He was having a look in down towards that south side. But now I would say their position in the circle becomes way, way, way stronger in terms of real estate. You do have this difficulty, though, Jackie, I will say, where you've got 2 players up towards Hatin. You've got T24 as well as IQ down towards the southern compound on the bridge. You're a bit fragmented right now. If they feel like they can hold all that area, sure.
I suppose we'll see if they do overcommit to it. Seems like Falak's still curious if they can actually get anything from it before they back up and play a little bit more for the long game. Could be a risk you run into. You had Rosemary up on the hill as well, just taking shots down, and he was able to find some impact there, of course, towards Alpha that got pushed up on. It was a rough early fight for them. I think losing 2 from it, considering how they were hoping, obviously it'd just be a quick smash and grab, it's not ideal. They haven't made out like bandits.
Yeah, it was 2 fights back to back, right? And they were just forcing that position on the south side, which can actually be a really, really strong place to play and keep you in check for a long time, because it's the slope that comes down from where APG are currently playing down towards Kinotropa, who's just making it in now. Thunder Talks currently playing in the Watchtower. You got Intense Game looking their way. But there's another shot coming through from Rosemary. Doing some great job on these pot shots. 600 damage already into the match here. Lovely stuff, because I think Kino Troop was trying to find a little bit of presence here, playing up on the cliff tops, but they're disconnected now.
And they're quick pop-ups as well. Actually, the shots he's been hitting, you can see how crisp he is from distance, which is nice to see he's still on it. Finding influence here, considering obviously the rough opener they had going into this. Dive in of the top, Silence getting aggressive. Got the nade ready as well. 3 seconds on the cook. I don't know how he just keeps doing this. Yeah, absolutely is dominating. Just from that one position on high. He's been given so much freedom to rip his way through anyone that dares to step up. Ooh, that is going to sting. Smited back down to the ground. Up close with the DBS. You feel the full force in your chest on that one, Blank.
That's decent coming through from Intense Game. Very respective of their region as well, right? It's a very aggressive region that Intense Game play in. They see an opportunity, they're going to take it. And they only lose Rafa as well for in the process. Adrian, very, very strong player on that team. Really, really good fragger. But it's nice to see that Rafa and Silence also having a lot of success there in that engagement. So 4 elims so far coming through for Intense Game. But yeah, Alter Ego, it looked bad. It looked bad. They had to have a bit of a reset there and try and find some compensation. They didn't find all of those knocks and flushes, but Rosemary's certainly been putting the fear into these teams surrounding them.
You love the heads-up call as well, obviously, just playing off one another, have the respect to play from distance, just go for those more solo maneuvers. They're not just thinking, okay, slow this one down massively, look to rat it out. They're actually keeping themselves involved. They've got the gun skill for it, bro, so it makes sense. Like, even with a rough start, just see what you can do, play your own game.
It looks a lot more confident as well from Alter Ego. In the past, you see a lot of these teams coming through, especially previous iterations of Alter Ego, a little bit too passive. And again, it reminds me a lot of Sook from yesterday, where he was just going for plays where in that moment, it was the necessary play to make, but it was risky. So they go for this 1-1 split here coming through from Alva as well as Rosemary. And you're right, they were playing off each other very, very well. Fourth Rise, they don't over-egg the pudding here. They play Hat in. They've got Noki in the back line there. Influence Rage is on the way from that western side. So at this point in time, I'd quite like to see Falak pull himself off from this position. I think it's just more worth his time to hold Hat in and give up the ghost on that compound. Just hand that over towards Vision. They can hold your south side.
Yeah, it's a good call instantly as well. You can see they've got the audio from this. So as soon as they've got Vision, call for the backup, like you said, they reposition from it. They're not going to guard towards the circle edge there on Vision. And you can see everyone starting to make their move over. It's DRX that are close behind Influence Rage on that crash up towards Hatin as well.
Yangon Galacticos back on screen. Sandhawk Demons, but a little bit quieter in this one. DRX are backstabbing over towards Influence Rage, using the shallows to get the car across, but for how long will R8 be able to hold on to this one? They're heading over towards the compound that Vision would have desperately liked, but Vision is late.
Rosemary still finding impact in the elim feed as well, keeps it going, but let's see if they've got crystal clear vision on this one, or if in hindsight it'll be problematic. Getting the nades ready for the burst over. Meanwhile, looking rough as well for Fire Flux as they're being burned down, but still get a knock over onto Lil Boy. So at least some influence there back over onto the Rage squad.
Yeah, nades are just primed a lot earlier here from Vision. Yeah, R8 does have to back it off, but no one's focused towards this fight. So R8's not getting stabbed in the back by anyone on that north side. He's got Influence Rage, DRX, Fireflux, who even took a fight in the middle of all that. Didn't find anything off the back of it because they got sandwiched between two very hard stale pieces of bread in DRX as well as Influence Rage, which is not a comfortable position to be in whatsoever.
Not the sort of sandwich you want, mate. Crumbs absolutely everywhere on that one. Placemat would need a wiping.
It would. Or just removing entirely. Yeah. There's no saving it.
Rosemary is literally living his movie immediately.
How much has he done?
It's got to be up there.
In the thousands at this point. Nuts. Alpha Gaming have Doc very, very close by to Rosemary as well as Alva. Alva's probably passed that information back, and Alva will just find him. Doc's down for Alpha Gaming. Not the most amazing start. Definitely some presence was shown, but only the 5 elims on that match. But it's better than some teams. Better than some teams.
It feels like one of these actually where they're kind of just inciting it as well. It's like Rosemary going, feed me more. Give more to him. And there's more on the menu, Blank.
He's just seasoning the team at the moment. Getting themselves some more points on board. Currently the highest scoring right now in terms of eliminations inside the lobby. That's all just been with 2 players. But look at that. That is a horrible shift for a lot of teams. People kind of wanting this one to move away from Heartin, and Fourth Rise might just get themselves a freebie off the back of this one. They do have to play it smartly, though. I like that T24 as well as Falak have sent out over towards that eastern side. You play along that cliff edge. They know that there's 2 teams off towards the western side. Noki just needs to keep looking in, pulling out the telescope now and again. Realistically, their main problem is going to be Regnum Karya trying to push up over towards that cliff face and that rocky outcrop. So Falak as well as T24 going to be very aware of this.
This was DRX, obviously. They got up close towards Influence Rage quite some time ago, but they've been biding their time up until now. Dive in towards the compound, looking to force them out and see if they can seize control of this one. Leave themselves with good compound control inside of the zone. Dive in instantly, find the first pickup, and start to at least secure themselves some cover to play with. Vision as well, popping back up. That's the delayed fight between them and R8 that's been going on for quite some time.
Good timing from Influence Rage. I think they realised that, honestly, for them, they need to start backing it up. But for DRX, that was a tough situation to be in. I'm glad that they make the move that they did. They had to happen then, because there'd be tons more teams trying to wrap on that western side. Right now, Alter Ego is in a massive fight and currently are decimating over towards Ida. Only Emre still up and kicking. This is 7 Elim, 6 for Rosemary. Both players doing a hell of a lot right now.
Well, this was the thing as well, right? Obviously, he's been playing for that position up and high for so long. They got vision. Oh, they realized they were ahead of them. Tried to go for the backstab into it. Rosemary found some impact now. Down and out. All up to the last remaining member. Falls out. They're able to keep themselves in it. I mean, fair play for the amount of influence they've had on the lobby. For 2 players, Blank, with Rosemary popping off, that's big.
It's pretty nice. It's pretty nice, especially with how it started as well with Thunder Talks. I do think that's a classic Rosemary moment. Didn't really wait for Alva to get in a position and just try to gun it, try to finish that one much quicker. Yes, they had to get a move on, but that could have been played better.
I think he was hyped, if I'm honest.
He was feeling it, right? Yeah, he was feeling it.
It's just one of those. He's gone for the solo play, thinking mechanically he's just going to pick it up on himself, because he was really just absolutely slaying. Like the quick shots he was getting from on high, you could see. Didn't matter. Distance wasn't real in his mind. Yeah,
try to get Medieval on him, but it's not meant to be. Vision. Trying to make their way up, but Regnum Kai is in good spots. Whenever we see Regnum Kai, typically underneath the bridge.
Where they feel most comfortable.
It is.
They need a roof overhead. I understand it. Sometimes you've got to just tuck in. It's like being underneath a desk. Let's see what they can do, though. When push comes to shove, so many bullets raining in from either side. Marcelo is able to get into a little bit of a cheeky angle around the backside as well. So he's got cover here. Focus drawn over from the other side as that's Falak that gets vision onto them. It's a big pickup.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about earlier. Falak was just holding this angle for that eventuality when Regnum Kai started to move up. You can see that cliff face, exactly what I'm talking about, but you have a small amount of vision as they make that cross. They didn't quite get Loxy, who's going to step up now. Falak immediately retreats back into cover. He's playing around that hard cover as well. Awesome stuff. Yeah, again, I love this player, man. I really, really do.
They needed that as well. That peak there, they had to get the full commit off the back of it, because now you've exposed so much vision in the back line, and literally 2 vision that were just waiting for an opportunity. All attention's turned. You can see once again focusing on that, knowing they're lurking underneath the bridge.
If T24 and Falak even feel like it, they could just go for some nades over the top here, and they could probably cleave through Regnum Kaya fairly easy off the back of that. Question if they want to hold on to those nades a little bit longer. Lovely toss there coming through over towards Toshpik, leaving Regnum Kaya now as just 3.
It's the spacing as well. You're right on the money, Blank. They've got to try and push up and fight together on this one. Baiting out the crosshairs. Volt from the back line gets one straight in between the eyes on Silas. There's the damage back from Falak as well, finding the opportunity to third party onto it, and vision go down.
Getting the steals on that for 4 Thrives. I mean, they've been playing pretty passive this game, but just still finding those moments where they're keeping teams at bay. They make the good decision. Noki and IQ play over towards the northeast side where they can extend their timeout as long as possible. But there's a clear reason for this. They're holding that northeast side for the players coming up from the pontoons on that northern edge, and then you've got T24 and Falak playing off one another perfectly over towards players that might be coming up from that bridge. So they've got all the angles that they were worried about closed down. They know that Influence Rage and DRX are taking a lot of attention from one another. This is just lovely from 4 Thrives.
Yeah. Like you said at the start of the show, mate, they've been thriving. Once again, it's happening here. Decision-making is crisp. Silence goes down. Knocked out by IQ with the quick heads-up maneuver. He's got control towards the ridge of the roof, taking the peaks in. They've got so much freedom here.
Yeah, it's just picture perfect. I mean, this is exactly how you'd want to play Heartin. Yeah, they've had the circle look at coming up this way, but you don't normally see teams just calmly and efficiently set themselves up for any angle that might be an issue for them coming into the future. Falak's going to go for another peek over the top. Now, he is the solo right now, so you have to be very careful about this, but usually he is, and he'd rather come back into hard cover than just go for a full commit over towards Regnum Kaya. He just wants info right now.
Yangon Galacticos as well. They've been waiting in the weeds, back down, trying to keep themselves just out of dodge until an opportunity to actually strike into this. Relatively quiet compared to obviously their opening game yesterday. We'll see if they can steal out any points the longer this one goes on. You can see just observing more than being thrown into the forefront of it right now.
Yangon Galacticos just looking for a higher placing. I mean, 6th place is not bad, but it's not going to get you a lot of placement points. You typically want like a 3rd, 2nd, or a 1st. A 1st would be nice for anyone, but yeah, getting up towards the 3rd or 4th here would be decent points to have. Pedrino goes down. That is off from Diego. The other side of things from Influence Rage. Has been putting in some damage here, but for Influence Rage, this is going to be a tough breakout from this building.
Yeah, it's a risky position. Obviously, you have that opportunity of knowing DRX crashed in early. They'll have that vision on the cross if they want to go for it. Seeing the attention turned. IQ again, same angle. Just living.
Such a ballsy angle as well he's got. They will have to push off now. But there's so much open ground in front of them. They're just going to be clean on this one. This moves completely away from Influence Range to DRX. And 4 Thrives have the opportunity to do something very, very good here.
DRX get a nice burst. Up close and personal with the nades. They've had him trapped for so long. And this is going to be infuriating Rage for them. Not really much room to breathe either zone. Nipping at your heels, DRX have finally smoked you out.
Yeah, it's a gorgeous hold. Sizzy actually being able to get over towards that warehouse and then just play off that off angle. They knew that coming out from these crates is going to be really, really difficult. So very, very well done. Going through from them. QXZ now going to peek out, but T24 goes for a quick pre-fire on the angle. This might come down to 4 Thrives versus Regnum Karya at the end of it. Smile's not making his way through. Way too far from the distance.
Yeah, pinned down, no room to breathe. Whoa, deep nade. Hyunbin feeling the force of that one. The follow-up. Big brain decimation as the Nitro's on target.
No way! Oh my days. Yangon Galacticos is actually finishing a lot of that off there, but I mean, IQ's bought his team a massive amount of space.
Oh yeah.
Well, that could have been a terrifying fight for them.
Why, it's mad.
They lays it.
Great work with the nades, man. T24 as well keeps it going. Spots out Yangdong. Able to get the shots back over, keep them pinned in. There's been no room for him to move up whatsoever this entire time. He's basically just sitting ducks. It feels like, again, this has just been 4 Thrives lobby.
He's been clean. 12 elims on the game from what typically for a lot of teams I would say is a fairly passive position to play, but they've had so much influence. And IQ turns what could have been a 4v4, which was easily third party by Regnum Karya, into now a situation where they have to get into a 3v4. But look at Falak moving up over towards Loxy, playing on an off angle. He's spotted now. Just a 2v4, and Regnum Karya could be taking this home.
Silas, the shopkeeper, with the quick checkout on that one. Deals the damage and keeps on moving, bobbing and weaving with the attention turned on them. So the manpower advantage is good right now. In a position where they can build from this. But wait a minute. Oh, the Romeo story. He goes in for the stab in the dark. T24 with the battle back down to the final 2, and 2 are knocked. Battles it out. They're trying to scrap up close. DBS firing shots. Silas from the side, and that's enough to steal it away. It was a good game from 4 Thrives, but in the end, we know who really walks away with a chicken dinner.
Regnum Karya, good stuff for them, honestly, playing in a very difficult position. They bided their time, they made it work from that bridge side. The roof over the head was good, kept them warm and decent all the way until that end game. For 4 Thrives, though, I think you come away with that one very happy with the, I think it was 13 elims they ended up with, so a 19-point game. I actually think they're on top in terms of the match rankings compared to Regnum Karya there. Another banger coming through from 4 Thrives.
It's mad that it just looks so consistent right now. And it was the split as well, like the way they're actually playing off one another in what was a very intense choreography of PUBG Mobile there. Like you're having everything thrown at you. The kitchen sinks coming your way, handled it perfectly. No pressure, no sweat, just perfect elims.
It's a real clean way to play that